Menningarsetur múslima skráð trúfélag með 305 meðlimi. Söfnuðurinn annar tveggja sem aðhyllist Íslam eða múslimatrú á Íslandi. Félagið kom sér fyrir nokkru upp glæsilegri aðstöðu í gamla ímishúsinu í Reykjavík en stærsti styrktaraðili félagsins Al-Risala samtökin í Sádi-Arabíu. Þarna rekur félagið sannkallaða menningarmiðstöð þar sem allt iðar af lífi alla daga vikunar. Múslimar koma auðvitað saman þarna til að biðja, auk þess sem margvísleg afþreying í boði. Það því mikill miskilningur að múslimar séu fyrst núna að koma sér upp mosku í Reykjavík eins og margir halda. Orðið moska dregið af arabíska orðinu masjid og þýðir í bókstaflegri merkingu staður til að kasta sér á grúfu í tilbeiðslu og auðmýkt gagnvart Guði. Þetta gera menn bæði í menningarsetrinu í Skógarhlíðinni, auk þess sem félag múslima hefur rekið sína mosku í Ármúlanum til margra ára. En eitthvað að óttast við moskur á Íslandi? Eru viðhorf og siðir múslima eitthvað öðruvísi heldur en Íslendinga almennt? Af hverju oft talað að kvenfyrirlitning og heiðusmorð séu sérstaklega tengd við menningu þeirra sem aðhyllast Íslam? Eru meiri fordómar gagnvart samkynhneigðum hjá múslimum heldur en annars staðar og það sagt að Guð muni refsa hinum trúlausu? Við settumst niður með Ahmed Seder, ímam og trúarleiðtoga menningarseturs múslima í Skógarhlíðinni.
Allah punishes the non-believers.
No, this is not, nothing has to do, even in Islam, it never talks about this. We never have a verse in the Quran saying that God punishes the non-believers in this world. But in the hereafter, it's up to God.
But isn't it written on numerous occasions in the Quran that the non-believers shall be punished?
In the Quran?
Yeah, in the Quran. It's written on numerous occasions.
No.
Very, very many pages.
Yes. This is those who don't believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is non-believers.
This is referred to in the Quran, but God said in the meanwhile, we're talking about this, that God shall never punish anybody.
It is cited in the Quran that the punishment for apostasy is death.
No, there is no mention, no verse in the Quran talk about this. And I ask you now, if you have this verse in the Quran, let me see this verse.
We have some cases of honorary killings in Europe, in Sweden and Germany.
Yes, honor killings. So does it have to do with Islam?
Well,
is there something in Islam?
Islamic fundamentalists that act on them.
What? Like what? How you call that those are Islamic? These are traditional things that happen in some countries. Some people who have some, they are people, when it comes to their honor, they treat women so strictly. But actually this has nothing to do with Islam. If you see that your daughter or your sister walking with someone having a relation, you go and kill her. This is never mentioned in the Quran. This is forbidden in Islam.
But it is wrong for a woman to be seen in the street with a man who is not her...
And just let me continue. And this is not only in Islam as well. That some people, also some different areas in the world, they used to have these.
But why do some Muslims misunderstand this then and punish women for doing so?
I say this has nothing to do with Islam. This is not only Muslims. Some people, they have this, when someone sees his wife or his daughter doing something wrong, they can react violently.
Tell me a little bit about homosexuality. It is a sin in Islam, isn't it?
Homosexuality in Islam, God refers to in the Quran, refers to this thing that it should not be practiced by Muslims.
Well, what is the punishment for homosexuality?
Yeah, no, it's no. Quran did not talk about homosexuality, any punishment about homosexuality, but rather Islam says in Islam that whoever has some practice like this, whoever is homosexual, he's still Muslim and he can pray and offer all kinds of worship. It's a kind of just he's doing something that is not accepted in Islam.
You believe that being a homosexual is a free choice?
Of course.
People decide themselves.
Of course, it's people given free choice to choose what they like in this life, the way they want to live, and nobody has to force someone not to do something that he himself doesn't like.
Do you remember when you yourself chose to be straight?
Chose to be?
Straight, not a homosexual.
Straight, you mean, what do you mean by straight?
By like a non-homosexual, like
Because being straight...
heterosexual man. Did you make that decision yourself?
You know, this we are born and we live a certain kind of life. Then when we grow up and we start to learn and read, so there is part of decision we take when we choose our life, like the person who chooses some other way than Islam even. But like people who change.
That doesn't answer the question. Do you remember the day when you decided not to be a homosexual and you decided to be a heterosexual man?
No, it's not. There is no day.
So why do you say that homosexuals decide that they should become homosexuals?
I did not say so.
Well, you said it was their free choice and they decided themselves.
No, for some, if it happens for some people to become, because we have some people who used to live like be straight, as you said, the word, and then they change. This happens. Not all people are born like this. Well, there are some people, you got my point, some people who like used to be married. It happened even, I know people who were married to like a man married to a woman, or a woman married to a man, then she changes. So this is what
probably they have been homosexual the whole time, but they didn't dare to come out.
Maybe this is something that it's not me who decide about it. If they were born like this, or they were like non-homosexuals, and then they decided to change. Some people, when they are in distress, when they are in trouble, they go and commit suicide. This never happens in Islam. If you see like one person among millions, yes, but this happens many times among those people who have no faith. Some people, do you really believe that
suicide doesn't happen among Muslims?
I say it's so little, so few people. I feel maybe one among million and more millions.
Are you sure? Have you seen any statistics on this? Is this your feeling, or
not my feeling? I read the newspaper. I did not make like have statistics, but I read before some statistics about this. But it's not in. You can check it and get it again. But that's known. It's in the Muslim world. The statistics of those who commit suicide. It's so much less than in the other world or the non-Muslim world.
Það stundum sagt að fjölskyldan sé hornsteinn hinnar íslömsku menningar. Að þar sé réttur eiginmanns, konu og barna alltaf í fullkomnu jafnvægi. Við hins vegar tókum eftir því að konum var gert að vera á afviknum stað upp á efri hæð moskunnar. Við óskum eftir því að fá að ræða við þær og fengum að spjalla við þær Írisi Sigurðardóttur og Guðrúnu Aðalsteinsdóttur. Hvað hafið þið verið lengi? Hvað langt þið tókuð þessa trú, Íslam?
2005. Ég 2007.
En Íslendingar eru vanir öðrum guð. Er þetta ekki óvenjulegt fyrir íslenska konur að vera í þessari trú?
Þetta er enda sami guðinn. Já. Hann heitir bara Allah á arabísku. Já. Nei, á sér. Ég bara nota líka orðið Allah, bara láta það koma fram. Ég var mjög trúið sem barn og ég bara tengist Íslam bara, mér fannst þið bara vera komin heim.
Þeir sem að gagnrýna trúna, þeir tala oft að konur séu, þessu of undirgefnar í þessu og þær eru látnar lúta við lægra hald fyrir kallinu. Hvað finnst ykkur um það?
Þetta er náttúrulega misjafnt, bara eins og gengur gerist í öllum þjóðfélögum. Þetta eru mjög sterkar konur í Íslam. Þeir hafa þó ekki talað við konurnar sjálfar. Þetta er bara áætlað út frá því sem þeir sjá og heyra allt slæmt í fréttunum. Það er aldrei neitt gott í fréttunum. Þetta eru sterkustu konur sem að ég veit um. Það eru konur sem eru múslimska konur. Það eru alveg ótrúlega sterkar.
En hvernig túlkið þið þetta að ykkur er gert að vera hérna uppi og meðan að kallarnir eru niðri? Akkur er þessi aðgreining?
Þetta er virðing. Þetta er virðing fyrir okkur. Okkur finnst þetta þægilegra.
Við getum
einbeita sér betur.
Við getum sinnt börnunum.
Já, við getum sinnt börnunum betur. Eins og til dæmis með brjóstagjöf og svona, við þurfum ekki að hafa áhyggjur af ykkur kallar í kringum okkur.
En svo sjáum við allt.
Já, við sjáum
allt sem við erum að byrja.
En þeir þurfa að hafa fyrir því að sjá að þeir vilja sjá innu. Þannig að okkur finnst þetta rosalega þægilegt.
Do you believe that women should have the same rights as men?
Yeah, they already have.
But Muslim women, they aren't always free to marry whomever they choose and where they want, do they?
Like, Can you explain more from this to make it clear?
I'm talking about arranged marriages.
Yes.
But you know that sometimes the marriages are arranged, and little girls are been given to men to marry.
Women are not given
or sold
out of their. Never happens. Women has to accept in Islam. Women has to accept the person before they get married to. They have to decide about Islam.
How old do the girl have to be when they get married in Islam?
Yes, actually, woman has to reach the age where she can understand the marriage and the responsibilities of marriage. The proper age for marriage is not before 16, 18, so that the woman feel the responsibility of marriage.
In the Quran, in the surah, the Prophet says that men can marry girls that haven't even started their periods yet. Haven't menstruated.
No, Quran never talks about this.
It says.
Quran says women are allowed to marry.
And if you are in doubt about those of you women who have the spirit of menstruation, you should know that the waiting period is 3 months. And the same applies to those who have not menstruated as yet.
Yes. Okay, so the same applies to the women who have not menstruated.
Yeah.
Have not
menstruated.
Okay, so this is a verse. Does it talk about age? Some women, they delay. When it happens that a woman, there happens a delay in this bleeding or this thing. So in this case, the period that they wait, if it happens some kind of divorce, it should become like this. If you cannot count it according to the periods, so you count it according to the months. But it doesn't talk about...
didn't the Prophet, peace be upon him, marry a little girl when she was, 6 years old? And started to have... relations with her at 9, sexual relations?
Yeah, it's 9. At 9, this is referred to in the, not in the Quran. And at 9 age...
but we're speaking about the Prophet.
Yes, I know. The Quran talks about Prophet Muhammad also. It talks about the Prophet. So this is not mentioned in the Quran, this history, first. Second, it's referred to...
so you believe it's wrong, that Muhammad didn't marry?
No, I don't decide about people who lived 14 centuries ago, because this was practiced by non-Muslims as well, at these ages and even maybe younger. Even recently we heard about girls who get pregnant in some non-Muslim countries when they are 11 years old and 10 years old. Through even illegal relation, not through marriage.
Yeah, but so they get pregnant in illegal relations in Muslim countries when they get married very young.
No, this is not. Yes, I know. What I mean, this practice has nothing to do with Islam particularly. We are not talking about Islam. You asked me about now. I say this is the proper age to marry. That woman should become like.
I think it's like 16, 18.
Yes, around this age, and this is what happens in all Muslim countries. If you find some rare cases, it's so rare that happens earlier than this. And I say up to now in USA we have that age of marriage, 13 years old. And I personally, I don't see that this is for women who are living today, that it's acceptable or that she is qualified to marry and take the responsibility.